Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about a topic: career or family. So you can drop your comments. What is your take concerning choosing a career or family, or rather combining a career and a family at the same time, especially in Western world? Like we Africa parents, or the possibility. Is it possible? Is it easy? Is you So just drop your own comments, what your take is. So I'm going to share my own take concerning this topic. Like we the youths, or the men and women coming from my continent, Africa, you before you decided to say, okay, I want to relocate, you have like a whole list of things you want to achieve. Like sometimes you have like force, I just want to go there because the family you are coming from, the community you are coming out from probably is a poor background. People are suffering. You have some people who believe in you, who said, okay, we will even put money together, send you to the Western world, go and study, go and read, go and work, and come back to help us. And you embark on this journey. So before you embark on the journey, you have a whole list. Like sometimes you write first time, your first I don't know what is your priority, what the reason why you are leaving your continent to the Western world. But sometimes your first list, your first number on the list, the number one thing you write is, oh yeah, I want to, when I get to the Western world, I want to work, I want to make money quick, to come and remove my parents from suffering, to come and remove my family from suffering, to remove my community, my good friends from suffering. I will do this, I will do that, I will make this business, I will make this business. And sometimes on the last list is where you put your family. After achieving, having enough money, this, that, making business, make sure that my children don't suffer, I will build a house even before I even have a family. So like your last list is the family. And then you embark, you have the opportunity, and then you embark on the journey, you find yourself in the Western world. And then you realize that that's your number one first achievement, that you want to work. Maybe you got a visa of 1 year, and after this visa is expired, what is next? You need a stay. You need the right document to stay further. And if you don't have it, you can't even work the job that you love. You might end up doing the job that you don't want. You might even end up living illegal. So, and you begin to stress, because that is not what you bargain for. That is not what you plan for. That is not what that you have a list of what you want to do. Immediately you get there, and then the whole thing like turning around, and you find out that you have no option. The only option for you is to have family. And when you have a family, you are more sure that you have the right to live in that country you are. And you go into the family, and meanwhile the family was the last thing on your list, or maybe second thing on your list, or maybe even fourth, fifth, and so on your list. And then you find out that even while you having those family, you are still struggling. Your mind is still by like on that work, on that money. So you won't concentrate your energy on that family. And that is when a lot of our people are making a mistake, especially our mothers, the young mothers who didn't plan to have a family at first. They find out that for them to get that right to stay, to work the kind of job they want to, that the right, the right document, they have to have a family. So you end up as a woman getting pregnant and having a child. And that child, you are not planned for it. you are not ready for it. But it happens because that was the only option you got at that time to get that right document to stay. And then because it was not your first priority, because money was the first priority, you drop your child, your 3 months old, your 6 months old, your 8 months old, your 1 year old, under 1 year old, you drop on the school because you want to work, you want to make money to help all the people you need to help, to do the business you want to do in Africa, to build a house you want to build in Africa. And that is where my take comes in. So if eventually you find yourself in such situation, you have a child before, because it's not your first priority, and now it's not like your first priority, it's not like the first thing you do, I will say, please concentrate your energy on taking care of that child until that child is 1.5 years to 2 years before taking the child to a nursery school, to a kindergarten. A lot of our children are having a lot of stress, problem, because their mother or their parents were stressed. You understand? They didn't concentrate on them. So, and is give me really concern when I see things, situations like this. And that is why I'm here today to please talk to our parents, our young parents or young people who are coming to abroad, who are coming to the Europe, who have a big dream of, I know there are some people you have promised back home, but the reality is that sometimes it's not possible how you wish it. You know, these houses you are leaving your children to go and work and build, your children are not going to go back there to really stay there. You are not sure. Even you that is building it, you are not even sure that you are going there to enjoy these houses. The highest you visit, you spend probably 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, and then you come back to wherever country you are, and the country you are spending like a whole year, a whole 2 years without even traveling to that house you built in your home country. And then because of that, you put your own child, your own future, the next generation, you put that child into suffering, dropping the child. You are telling me, you as a parent, you the time you have for that child to take care of that child, you think the school you put the child, they have that time for the child? No, because it's not your only, your child is not the only child there. They have probably 4 children, maybe 5 children, but you as a parent, you are alone with your child. So, and that is why you find out that a lot of our children, some of them at 3 they can't speak. They can't speak seriously. Some of them at 4 they can't talk seriously. You know, so even some countries, they give you that opportunity to stay at home with your child for at least 1 year. Some country even at up to 3 years, you have the right to stay with your child before your child can start a kindergarten. But because you have your first priority was money, was you want to make money, you leave your child, your less than 1 year child, you go and drop the child in the kindergarten. You know, so for me, please establish that relationship between you and your child. Make sure before you are dropping your child, registering your child in the kindergarten or putting your child in the kindergarten, your child can already speak. Not if at least your 1 year old should be able to at least say some maybe 10 words or even more. Not having this, not just staying at home with your child and putting the child in front of the TV to watch cartoons that are not good for the child. There are some cartoons we parents allow our little baby from that kind 3 months, we already sit a baby in front of the TV to watch some cartoons, and some of these cartoons, like some, for example, is the Teletubby. Teletubby is a cartoon that is not talking. They are not talking. Some of the cartoons are not talking. They are just acting. And a child who is learning, a baby who has to learn to talk, you put the child permanently to watch in Teletubby. What you expect is going to be the outcome? So don't just leave the child. Yeah, I want to have time for my child, and the time is not there. You still use that time at home to busy yourself, watching Nollywood, watching film, watching your TikTok, watching YouTube, doing all sorts of things, and the time you still don't give the child. So when I'm talking about leaving your child at home, at least 1.5 years to 2 years, at most 1.5 years to 2 years before putting the child in the kindergarten. Have time for that child. Speak to that child, even from baby. Be communicating with the child. Anything you are doing, especially you are making the child food. Sometimes the child is crying, you carry the child by your side. As you are making that food, be telling the child what you are making. Oh, don't worry, it's okay, don't cry, I'm making your food, very soon your food. The child sometimes will say, you say, yes, yes, don't worry, my darling, I love you. Very soon your food is ready. And you think that child is not hearing. He or she is hearing you. And he's picking those words from you. You are stimulating the child's brain and development. You are establishing connection between you and the child. He's watching you. He's looking to your eyes and learning from you. Speak to that child. And even sometimes say, yes, 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 you really try. That is very good. Yeah. You know, you don't understand what is written, but you can feel from the expression that like he tried to say something. So just, yeah, you are right. Yeah, it's true. You know, so like that, you continue like that, communicating with your child, establish that relationship, that love, that time. You know, don't say, hey, a child can cry, let him cry, doesn't matter. No, carry the child, find a reason, find why is the child crying. Why is this child crying? Carry the child. If he's hungry, feed the child, take care of the child, give the child that attention the child need. At least for 1 year, 1.5 years, you yourself, you can see that really my child, as that 1 year is already like talking. That is the biggest mistake I can say I have made. Dropping my 8 months baby in the kindergarten to go and work was the biggest mistake I have made in my life. And I didn't allow that mistake to repeat himself with my second child. My second child go to the kindergarten at 2.5 years. Before 2.5 years, my child is talking perfectly. He have no problem with talking. He's talking very well. He even talk more than the first child. The second child, I dropped 1.5 years in the kindergarten, and he's talking already. My 1.5 years can say words close to 20 without mistake. If he have pool, he will tell you, I have pool, please, you need to wash it. If he want to eat, he will tell you, he's hungry, I want to eat food. If you hurt the child, he will tell you, no, that is painful, that is hot, that you hurt me, it's painful. 1.5 years. Meanwhile, my first child that I dropped in the kindergarten for 8 months, at 4 years we are still struggling with talking. Even saying, the only thing he really knew how to say was mama, papa, or a car, and stuff like that. So it took me like extra time to work on his talking. And this mistake, I don't want another woman out there, especially the young women who are coming to abroad today, who are planning the future to relocate to abroad. Please don't make that mistake. And I know that is not your priority. Your family was not your priority, but you find yourself having family first. Let it become your priority. Because if you don't prioritize your family first and make sure you do the right thing, you will suffer still in the future with those children. You will pass through the stress. You will feel it. So to avoid this, please don't drop your 3-month-old baby in the kindergarten. The kindergarten where my child is going, you can put your child at 3 months. You can put your child at 6 months. But I put my child at 8 months to go and work. And the work I was to work was in the hospital. You can imagine I was working in the hospital as a nurse assistant. And the people that I left my little baby to go and help, the sick people, they were not friendly at all. They were not friendly at all. You can imagine I go into a nurse room to go and dress a nurse bed, to go and dress a sick person bed. He will tell me to go out because of your color, I don't want you to dress my bed to my face. And I left my 8 months baby to come and help this person. Is that what you want to sacrifice? Your happiness, your future, your next generation. Those children are taking your name forward, representing you on earth after you have left. Is that what you want to do? Is that the sacrifice? It doesn't worth it. After 1 year I worked there, I realized that no, it doesn't make sense to me to stress my children to help somebody and the person is not appreciating. Every day I go to the hospital, I am being called one name or the other. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't worth it. So I stopped after 1 year and I have time for my children. I have 3 kids and I'm happy that the mistake that I made, some of the mistake I make with my first child, because one of the difficult things in Europe is to find good person to give you that good advice. A lot of them mislead you. They don't want you to, the mistake they make, they want you also to make it. And that is why I don't want you to make it. That is why I sit here today to tell you, don't make that mistake. Like some country, like a country like Germany, you can sit at home if you have no career, if you're an asylum seeker, you can sit at home at least for 3 years to take care of your child. After 3 years, they start to write you letter. What do you want to do? You want to learn the language? Do you want to go to school? What do you want to do? But you have the right to stay. You think they don't know what they are doing? They give you that time? They don't give you that time because you have a baby. They want you to establish a connection, a relationship between you and your child. And you sit there to phone. You are on the phone for 2, 3, 4 hours talking with friends unnecessarily, gossiping, talking about problems that never finish in Africa. And you allow your child to suffer, to sit in front of TV and watch cartoons that are not helpful at all. Talk with your child. Give that love and affection and attention to your child. And you will thank me later. You will be happy to see your 1 year, 1.5 year old, 2 years old. He's talking very well. He have no problem. You can sing for the child. The child watch your emotions. He watch whether you are happy, you are not happy. He take all. He look at you and emulate all from you. So let us stop doing competition. You are just coming to Europe within 1 year. You want to build a mansion. You want to solve people's problem. Let these people wait. If they really love you, they will wait for you to first of all do what is important. And when you are buoyant, when your child is okay, is grown, you have put the child in the kindergarten, and then you focus on your career. You build yourself. After building yourself, you are now buoyant. You are now capable to help these people you have promised. I know there are pressures. A lot of we Africa families and friends, they pressurize you because you are abroad. They are not there. They don't know what is happening. They call you all manners of names. You have changed. You have to change. Even me, God have to forgive me for even saying before the people who are in abroad, they are wicked. They are not, they don't care about the people in Africa who are suffering. God has to forgive me. Because when you go to abroad, you will realize that there is no money on the streets. There is no tree where you pick that money from. It's difficult. It's more difficult in abroad to make that money. So you will concentrate your energy first in building yourself. After your family are settled, your families are happy, your children have no problem, then you can now build yourself. After building yourself, you can now start building other people. If you are not built, you are not settled, the small money they are giving to you to take care of you and your children, you divide it three equal parts. You take 2 parts and send to Africa, probably to buy a land, to build a house. And those people that you think they are building the house, they are not building it for you. God bless you. You are deported. You will realize that they are not building for you. They are not at all in your own interest. They are just after theirs. A lot of people have made mistake. A lot of people have died because they were deported. All the money they've worked in their life, they've sent home for one family member or a friend to build for them, but they came back, there was nothing to show. So we learn from people's mistake. It don't have to happen to you first before you can learn. Prioritize first. That child you brought to life, let it be your first priority. Those children you brought to life, let them be your first priority. After that, prioritize yourself. Build yourself. After building yourself, before you start to build other people. Because when you don't build yourself, you continue to build other people. After building them, don't expect them to come and start building you, because they will ask you, why did you build yourself first before building us? We thought you have more than enough. Before you give me 100 euro, I believe you have 200 euro. That is why you give me 100 euro. They don't know that you only have 150 euro and you give them 100 euro. You have 50 euro left. And it's not their fault, because they didn't force you. If they ask you, you say you don't have. They are not going to put your hand into your pocket and bring it out. They are not going to force you. The highest they can do is to stop picking your numbers. And that is fine. You want to be sad because somebody is not picking your number? Or somebody is not talking to you how he's supposed to talk to you? You have a lot to do to yourself. You have a lot to learn. Rather than talking. Rather than say this one, anybody want to be a brother, a sister, let him be there and be your brother. If you don't want to be, let him be. Let him go. It's very good to be good. It's good to help. But you have to help when you have helped yourself. If you don't help yourself first, before helping others, it's just like you are turning around. It doesn't change nothing. You are still just like them. You know? So please, take care of your kids. Prioritize your kids. Because I see a lot of children who have this problem. 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. They are not talking. They can't even say a word. A 5 years old child, a 4 years old child cannot say a word up to 50. Cannot even make 3 sentences, 3 words in a sentence together correctly. It's the fault of the parent, especially the mother. Have time for your child. Have time for your children. Speak to them. Connect with them. Have time. It's very important. So that is it. Thank you very much. I hope this message help you, and I hope you think about it, and I hope you make changes. Don't rush over. Money is secondary. Your family is first. Especially the children you brought to life. You hold them. It's your responsibility to plan for them, to love them, to care for them, to make sure that they are stable emotionally. The school you are running to drop your children, you don't know what is happening there. You drop them and go. They are cute. They can't really explain what they are passing through. Check your child. Find out, why is my child aggressive? Why is my child angry when he comes back from school? Why, when he doesn't go to school for 1 week, is a very beautiful child. It's very good. Once he go to school, he come back, he's aggressive. It's a different child. You don't know where to start. Check. Concentrate to check. Don't be rushing to do 2 jobs, 3 jobs. Because that house you are building, the house is not running. You can still build it if you have life. If God give you life, you can still build it. If you, God forbid, if you die today, a house will not stand beside your grave and cry you. It's your children, it's your child that will stand beside that grave and put his sand and cry, oh, my mother, oh, my father. So, I think I have talked enough, and God bless you, and see you in my next video. And before I see you in my next video, don't forget to keep loving yourself and your family, because it's the best gift you can ever give to yourself. Bye.